Kheang, and
Sabrina.
I am a senior at Bedford High School, and I'm here to interview you about your days in coaching in volleyball.
Okay.
So, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Ruth Shaw, and I teach here at the high school, and I coach volleyball. I have coached since 1999, volleyball anyway, 1993 total.
Oh.
Yeah.
What has sparked your interest in volleyball?
Oh boy, that's really a loaded question. So volleyball, when I went to college actually, and I thought I would be playing basketball, which I did, but I started playing volleyball because it was kind of a startup thing, and I really fell in love with the game. And so after 4 years of playing volleyball at the college level, I officiated for like 10, 12 years, and then I would see all of the colleges that I would officiate. I would see that there were no Maine girls. So I started teaching in 1993 and decided, you know what, we need to get some Maine girls on some of these Maine colleges, or at least playing some college volleyball somewhere.
Right.
So that's kind of it.
So you played basketball in high school.
Mm-hmm.
How did you adjust into playing volleyball in college?
Well, I think I'm tall. Being almost 6 feet, basketball was the only sport, but the coach in volleyball basically needed some height. So that's kind of how it started. But the skills took me a good 2.5 years to really learn the skills. But I could not play very well that first year. I couldn't serve very well. It was just a whole different skill set. And but once I got it, once I got my first big hit and my first big block, then I had the bug. I had the volleyball bug, yeah.
So how long have you been playing volleyball?
Since 1980.
Oh.
30-something years, 34 years, yeah.
So how long have you been playing volleyball?
Since 1980.
Oh.
30-something years, 34 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when did you start playing?
In 1980 at the University of New England. That's when I actually started playing. And then I kept playing throughout after graduating. Played on some beach volleyball teams, played on some women's volleyball teams, and played all around New England.
So how long have you coached?
Total coaching was before, let's see, probably since 1990. So, but I coached basketball and volleyball. In the mid-90s, I volunteered at Grace Baptist School, which was a Christian Catholic school, or Baptist school, excuse me, and the girls wanted to know how to play, and there were a number of private schools that had volleyball. So I volunteered there, and then when I started teaching here in 1993, they didn't have volleyball. So I started with a club in the late 90s, and started with the first team in 1999, 2000. So 14, 15 years now that I've been coaching here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
So throughout the years in your coaching, you've had players that have been playing for 4 years, all throughout high school. Have you seen your players improve drastically from their freshman year to their senior year?
Certainly. I think if Biddeford, the city of Biddeford, or the school systems had volleyball at the middle school, I would think we would see better players coming from the middle school, and we would see them continue to get better. As it is right now, when they come in their freshman year or the summer of their freshman year, they have a set of very, beginner type skills, most of them. And so, yeah, there's a huge increase in how well they improve their skills, because now they're seeing some real volleyball. It isn't just, passing or serving over the net, or just getting it back over the net. There's a lot of defense and offensive plays that we do. So, yeah.
Yeah, so do you have a plan for this year's varsity team?
A plan like?
As in the sense, are you going to states? Planning to go to states?
Oh, but definitely. We beat the #1 team the other night, but then we lost to the #9 team. How does that happen? So I think we have the skills to play with the really, really good teams, such as MDI and Greeley and Falmouth, but it's a mindset. So that's what we're working on. We're working on the maturity of the girls' mindset. Can they get through a few points that they've lost and come back? Or, you know, do they just kind of get by and then, you know, don't know how to come back? So I think that's where we're working. We're working our way to that at this point in time. If they can come together in their minds and their thinking skills and actually belief. They need to really believe that they can do it. So,
Right.
yeah.
So for the people who don't know how states are, well, I don't want to say how it's worked, but can you explain how teams get up to states?
Well, there's 14, 15 teams in the league Class A right now. And teams can play whatever number of teams in Class A and Class B, and their overall record and strength of their record places them into the first 10 spots in Class A. So right now we are currently in 5th place because we have, you know, lost to some teams that are really, really strong, but we've also beaten some teams that are really strong. So we're right in that 1 to 5 spot. I think we should be in the 2nd or 3rd spot for sure. But that's how you get in there. You need to have a certain number of wins out of the 14 games that you play, and by the heel point standings, you get placed in different spots. So you earn more points playing better teams. So if we have to play a team twice that hasn't won any games, it really doesn't help us.
Right.
So we need to play those teams that are going to give us some heel points. Yeah. And so the top, after that, it will be the prelim games will be the 8th, 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th teams play off for the 7th and 8th place spots. And then it goes, number 1 gets a bye, then 2 place. Yeah.
So it's towards around the middle of the season. How many wins and losses have there been for varsity?
Right now we are 6-4, and we have what, 4 more games, something like that? Yeah, 4 more games. Yeah.
So how important is winning to you?
I love to win. I love to win. We work hard to win because, you know, no one likes to be on a team, whether they're sitting on the bench or they're a starting player. They don't like to be on a team that's not winning. You need to have a certain number of wins. So if we were here just to say, okay, we're going to play just to have fun, that would be okay. That would have to be the mindset of that particular sport. But I think any varsity sport is looking to win. And I don't like to lose. I absolutely don't like to lose. And I don't like to lose when I know for sure that we could have played better.
Right.
So, yeah, I like to win. Yeah.
Is there a team that you want to face in states this year?
I would like to go with Greeley, Falmouth, or no, I think Greeley or Falmouth. Those are the two, because those are going to be the better 2 teams. They should come out in the, you know, the top 4 spots. And so we lost to Greeley and we lost to Falmouth. So I'd like to play them again. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you believe that your team works well together?
I think that they work well in the sense that they all have great skills. I just don't think sometimes they work well in trying to put their, what's the word I want? They want their mental game together. Their skill-wise are all really working really hard, but mentally I think they need to come together better. Yeah.
How do you think their bonding is with each other?
I think they bond really well because we've established this whole 19 family thing. So I think they bond really well. But you know, when you have seniors, sophomores, juniors, freshmen, and you get a few freshmen, you know, start and some of the seniors don't, it can create a problem if I allow it to work its way to a problem. So I always work with the girls, all of them, to say, you know, just because you haven't seen a lot of playing time doesn't mean that you're not important to the team. So I think it's really important that, you know, as a team, we sit the bench together and we play together, we win together, and we lose together.
Now you mentioned the number 19. Can you explain what that means?
Yeah. The year that we won states, 2010, that team was very, very close-knit team, and they would go out to 99 after every game. And at 99 Restaurant, they have these little placards that are all over that say reason number 12, reason number 1, reason number 19 was our team is family. And so that's how it started. They would sit at the booth that had our team is family, and we won the states that year, and 99 Restaurant gave us the plaque.
Oh, that must have been a lot.
It really did, yeah.
So, what do you like most about volleyball?
I love the speed of the game. I love that. There's nothing boring about it. There are some sports it would be just like watching paint dry. I just think volleyball's never boring, unless the team's being totally annihilated and it's just not fun. But it's always action. You're not waiting for something to happen. You're not waiting for someone to come up to bat and then hit a home run. It's a home run. You serve, it's a home run. If you pass the ball well and you hit, it's a big action thing all the time. It's nothing that's boring. Even the lines people get excited.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When you were playing the sport, what was your favorite thing to do?
Block. I love blocking because it just shuts down the other hitter.
You get that touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does volleyball mean to you?
Like our motto says, family. Volleyball for me is it's a life sport. You can play it until you're my age or older. It's not something that you have to be a really young person to play. You can play in your backyard. You can play at the beach. You can pass with somebody. It's not something you need a whole pile of people to get together for. So I love it, and my kids loved it, even though they didn't play. Well, one of them did for a year, but even though they didn't get to play and organize, they really like the sport. It's fun to watch. Yeah.
All right, my last question. If you could describe your team in one word, what would it be?
One word?
One word.
Sabrina, what are you trying to do to me? One word. Skilled.
Skilled?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you for your time. I had a pleasure interviewing you.
You're welcome. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay.